In the process of looking at ourselves, you're going to find that this is very difficult. None of us want to look at ourselves. In fact, the reason the ego has been created for us is because of the trauma that we've been through, the belief that we're carrying, and the belief that we're a lot more vulnerable than what we truly are. However, there's a layer of vulnerability that we have to get past, which I think you get past by looking in the mirror. Looking in the mirror, and it's important to understand there is a duality. And within us, this duality is experienced within the mind, and it can be rooted to our ego, which affects our perspective of how we're seeing the now, how we're seeing life. And this is where we can create biases. We can create all or nothing, and all people are this way, this and that. So this algorithm that we have in us, looking at the source of all of our experiences, you'll see the trigger that is within you. Well, there's a dark side of that. And this dark side, I think, is fear. This is the level of anxiety that we're walking around with, the level of anger, frustration of the past, fearing that something will happen again. And this feeling resides in us. And I would say that this is the shadow of the light, the shadow of you, the shadow of the past. And within us, we all have this darkness that's within us. So I'd like to do is say a very powerful quote in the process of self-inquiry. It's an Eastern quote. They say, the dark of the dark is the light. So you are light, and as you go inward, you're going to realize the source of all of your anger, frustration, all of that rage you've ever felt. This is within you. This is a piece of you, as well as all of the love and kindness and all of that other stuff that we're all attracted to. This is within you too. Now, through life's experiences, we may not have experienced everything. And that is the error of our mind, because we are believing that we know everything and we know life and we're certain. But in looking at what you believe of life, you're going to find that you experience only a fraction of the truth. Now, you may have experienced heartache or trauma or something within that, but if you look within, you may realize that you know something that has never been taught to you. By your own personal experience, you know how it felt. And those of us that are sensitive, and I say sensitivity is the ability to see God without your eyes. Those of us that are sensitive, that you understand sensitivities, it may be because of the times that you didn't get what you wanted, or the times that you got hurt, that you created an awareness of sensitivity, how it feels. And in that, you may have a knowing that you would never do things, even though nobody never taught you this. You just have a knowing. Now, this knowing in us is to acknowledge you don't like to be yelled at. And you may validate in your experience that nobody else likes to be yelled at. And in knowing this, and in knowing your mind, and in knowing yourself better in the now, and knowing that you don't want to react, that you're going to calm down, you're going to find calmness, you're going to find the light. So we are found in calmness, in accepting all, not in fighting it, not in denying it, not in ignoring it. When we know all, we understand our mind and we understand the now. This is when we start understanding consciousness is the ability for us to choose how to respond right now. How do we want other people to experience us? What do we want others to know right now? And we can make that choice to respond or not respond you're going to find that this frees you from the mind that is compulsively telling you what things are, what things used to be. And the truth is, right now, we have never lived this day. So, process of self-inquiry, go into the mind. The dark of the dark is the light. Learn how to do that. And my recommendation is, this is all working on observing. Observe the mind, do not react. Just work on observing. And if you're triggered, use the now. Ground yourself, use air, calm your body, calm your mind, find calmness, see what everything is for yourself. And then you decide to respond or not. Take a look at things. Consciousness is the ability to see things. So enhance your ability to see all what's going on outside your mind, and definitely what is it that you believe about what's going on? What is it that you think? Good luck on your journey.